This is the Carty Method Podcast.
Well, all right. We are trying a little bit of a new time slot because, a majority of my viewers are in Canada and the US, mostly the US. And I'm noticing that the amount of views that I'm getting when I broadcast at noon, it's hard. And I'm hearing back from people that it's hard to be here at noon when I go live and they want to see live. So I thought, what a smarter idea to do than test a new time slot, which we're doing right now. Testing what it's like if I go live. Testing what it's like if I go live a little bit later. Now, it's not great for my European viewers. But I am going to put a poll up to see if I can kind of narrow in. Viewers change all the time, and just trying to find out what the time slot is that's best for you. All right. So, photo reviews this week. We had a glitch with our system, which made it impossible for people who are in Portfolio Lab to submit photos this week. That glitch is fixed, and let's go, Courtney. Thanks for being here, buddy. We are going to be back to submissions for next week. We're going to do open submissions next week. Hey, is that Alice who? Alice, look at you. Alice, you got your new icon, girl. Look at that. You got your Chautauqua, the triangle. Good for you, Alice. Thanks for being here. I'm glad. And Alice has been here for 2 years. So again, this is what happens when you do something like broadcast. My brother is here, broadcast at another time. It just means sometimes that it's better for some people. It's worse for others. Let's go, Matt. Glad you're here. So, again, it's hard. It's hard to please everybody, but we are testing some new light. We're testing a new time slot. And today, because we don't have photos to look at, we're going to loop back around next week for that. The whole vibe is to stay with Portfolio Lab vibe. And I've picked, if I say 3, there's going to be a little bit more than 3. I'm going to put together a poll, Courtney, and I'm going to put it on my community page. And you can tell me what the best time is for you. By the way, the hottest, newest merch right now, visual amplifier. We got the Carty Method hit on the sleeve. We got the Carty Method hit over the shoulder. What? Very happy with this new merch. I also have some other new stuff. Why don't we just do show and tell? So I like to make stickers. These aren't called stickers though. These are called decals. Decals are higher quality stickers. They're vinyl. Stickers are paper. And they come off, they leave a thing, it's gross. But these are decals. This is the Carty decal. And it looks very dope when you put it on your tripod or on the back of your phone. And also on the back of this, it says this. The amplifier, my contact information, and the value creator if you need help with your business, blah, blah. So these I have on my lens hoods. I have on my tripod. I give them away to clients. I encourage clients to put them on their phone and I buy them in volumes like this. So I have lots of them, and people stick them everywhere, which is great. They should go everywhere. And you as well should do them. The place that I use is called, and I wish I had a commission on this, but it's called stickerapp.com or stickerapp.com or stickerapp.ca. This is the site. If you're in Canada, it's .ca. If you're in the US, it's .com. They print by far the highest quality, best stickers, best people. Dope. So that is where I get them done. And then I did this second one, which they made a mistake on, and I was very upset. So I had to wait for them to print it again. But this is the second one, which is this lion and the lamb. The lion of Judah and the lamb. And of course, on the back, we have the same contact information. So this is a different sticker for a different client type, maybe. But I also have two, and I could let people pick whichever one they want. And it makes them think of me, and we got this many of those. So I'm all about using non-conventional ways to promote yourself. You should be using non-conventional ways to promote yourself. You should be doing it regularly, continually. That's just some stuff that I just got in the last week or so. Obviously, the Carty stickers I've had for years. I think that's my third re-up of ordering like another 300. So yeah, you should do the same. All right, let's get into photographers that have portfolios that really kick, that you haven't thought of, you haven't seen, you've never heard of before. This is going to be a good episode. Again, we're going to run through this in a way that makes you feel like you need to be doing some work. And it definitely, for me, made me feel like, again, I keep a very tight list of crazy portfolios. But when I look back at these portfolios and they're constantly updating, it makes me I have so many things to do. Trust me, you get a brain tumor and brain cancer and have to have downtime. It slows you down, and it means it's hard to keep up with all the crazy things that I have to do as well as client work. So, looking at these portfolios is not going to just be motivational for you. It's definitely motivational for me. It makes me want to and it should make you want to also yeah, little scar update. If you guys want to see my dome, you can see here. Scar is starting to come down. I like it. It's kind of dope. All right, so let's get into some photographers that kick. This first photographer, he goes by one name. His name is Dogan. Dogan, everybody. This photographer has a portfolio that, in my perspective, just really hits. I'm not here to do photo reviews on the people who I'm showing here today. That's not the point. But what I want you to see is the ideas, the styling, the location, the poses, and just the feeling that it's a little bit more upscale. And again, I'm showing you photographers that have portfolios that hit. of various different levels today. Dogen, I would say, is the newest photographer of the photographers that I'm going to show you portfolios today. But what it should be is motivation for you to be working on your book, working on your portfolio, same thing. And continually shooting and trying to find people who fit into the sensibility of someone who could be in your portfolio. What I want you to notice in Dogen's portfolio is the body styles. The guys are all fit. The girls are relatively slim. They have like fashion sensibility. He shoots lots of swimwear. Like, he looks very much like an LA shooter. Dogen. Let's look at a little bit more from Dogen before we get into the next shooter. First of all, I want to see what his contact page looks like. This is what Dogen's contact page looks like. He's obviously a bro, fitness bro, which is why he shoots that type of stuff. He's bouncing between LA and New York City. And you can see that he's created a portfolio around kind of the guy he is and the people that he circles. So it's a great example of showing a portfolio that really like fits who the photographer is. And again, the way that he presents, it's presented very well, and it's a really dope sensibility. And it's something worth looking at, because again, how far we go with our portfolios is really up to us. This should be one of those books that's inspiring. Shot by Dogen.com. That is Dogen, and our first photographer. So again, the whole point is to look at photography and to see pro photography as something that you have to step up to. It's not something that should be easy. It definitely shouldn't be easy at all. It should be something that you're climbing towards if you're trying to do it at the right level. Okay, the next photographer that is absolutely mind-blowing with a portfolio that'll make you sick. This is Robert Maxwell. Now, I got great stories about Robert Maxwell because the first time I went to New York City, I showed my portfolio to George Pitts, at the late George Pitts at Vibe magazine, and he photocopied my portfolio and put it at the bottom of a stack of photocopied portfolios that was like almost as high as the room, meaning if it was a 8-foot ceiling, that it was 6.5 feet of photocopied portfolios. And after he asked me for help so he could wedge mine onto the bottom, he said, here's some other photographers that are also good enough to shoot for Vibe magazine. Because he's like, you're good enough to shoot for Vibe, but let me show you some other photographers that are good enough to shoot for Vibe. And the first portfolio he pulled off of the top list was Robert Maxwell. And this guy's book, his portfolio, his sensibility, the way that he shoots, his style, his looseness, his coolness is just all felt within this portfolio. Like, he just has and back when he first started, this was very much his sensibility. This is how I remember his sensibility way back then. But looking at the celebrities that he's photographed, looking at the body of work, he just has a vibe. And that's the one thing that I want you to grab when it comes to your own portfolio. Your portfolio has to have a vibe. It has to hit. And you can see when we're moving up the scale from, imagine a photographer who's been shooting for 5 years, who has a pretty banging portfolio, to somebody who's been shooting now for 35 or 38 years. Robert Maxwell. So your portfolio develops as you do. Here's another shot of Lenny at a different point in his career. Your portfolio develops as you do. But at the same point, there's something to be said for creating your own visual signature, your own visual style, which is the one thing that I continually come back to when it comes to talking to the photographers that I coach. Robert Maxwell sucks. That's brilliant. Brilliant. So you can see he's photographed the biggest stars in the world. I mean, I photographed some of these people, but incredibly powerful. And again, Robert Maxwell, and you can see the more years that you have, the more opportunity that you have to shoot a portfolio like this. And the more you stay within one genre, the easier it is to get work within that genre. Look at this guy's portfolio. It's just celebrity after celebrity after celebrity at different points through their career. It just never stops. And if you look at his advertising work, well, you can see he's showing very limited advertising work, but he does more than this, I would say. He's got a whole other category called originals. So, Robert Maxwell. And when you see his about section, again, looks young, looks great. He's a couple years, I believe, older than me. And contact page. He makes it super easy to reach him. So portfolios that hit, portfolios that make you like, whoa. That's the whole point of today's episode. By the way, give me a hey yeah. I need some vibes from y'all. You guys are quiet in chat. Let's put in some like atmospherics. Atmospherics are necessary. Give you guys, and again, how crazy is it that I've had that brain slide on my page for like 2.5 years, like this. 2.5 years, and then I have brain things happen. So crazy. That's Robert Maxwell. This next photographer, I discovered this photographer on Behance, and I had never, ever, ever, ever seen a portfolio and ideas like this guy was hitting. Like, this guy was doing something that just... This is Carlos Varela. Carlos Varela. Carlos and this guy's portfolio and the way that he does composites, this guy, and also the way that he shows every aspect and all the assets that he pulls and how he puts, I mean, this guy is a composite artist, more so than a photographer. But when you look at what his body of work looks like, what this portfolio looks like this is big money advertising work, like big money advertising work, and very, very, very well art directed, smart ideas. And yes, belladonna, very, very unique. Such a crazy portfolio. And when you see his early work and where it started with him as a retoucher. And again, he needs to edit this portfolio because he's showing too much old work. But you can see where his ideas started. And then again, we need to kind of cut this portfolio from about here up, I would say he's allowed to show. But you can see how he's developing through different ideas, as well as doing work on spec, which you hear me talk about spec work and doing work for a client without the client actually hiring you yet. You do work for the client anyways. You give yourself your own assignment for the client, and then you just do the work for them. You tag them on social media, and believe me, if Puma sees this on social, they're gonna want to use it. If Jordan sees this on social, they're gonna want to use it. And that's how you put an idea in front of an art director that is just so mind-blowing. For Wellingtons, put these Wellingtons in the Thames in London. Just so witty. And it's important to look at these type of portfolios because it makes your work wittier, if that makes any sense. By the way, we're trying to get to 1,000 members, which seems like a million miles away, but I can do it because I have 45,000 subscribers on this channel now. We just hit 45,000. Let's get it on. I only need 1,000 of you to decide to hit the join button. And then all of a sudden, there's so many more things that I can do. There's so many more things that I can do with this channel. I am one person. I do have a team that helps me with the Carty method, but still, I have a professional photography business. I'm a coach. I'm a fiance. I'm a dad. There's lots of things that we all have going on. And more important than anything, I'm a professional photographer. So you guys do see me shoot commercial work and see me post in my stories when I'm doing shoots. But the thing that's great is that I've worked my rate to the kind of rate that I don't have to shoot every day. I can shoot once a month and be good. So that is Carlos Valera. Carlos Valera. And again, today's idea and today's episode is portfolios that just make you shake your head and make you rethink what your portfolio looks like. That's really the whole idea about today. And again, we'll be back with photo reviews next week. But because we had a little glitch in the matrix, I decided that I was going to stay on the portfolio train and just give you some photographers that you've never heard of at different levels in their career and just show you what their portfolios look like. This next photographer, because I haven't been giving the females any love, this next photographer, her name is Kate White. And Kate White has a really beautiful light sensibility, although I don't like the fact that I can't click her pictures to see them bigger. She's got a beautiful light sensibility. I love her minimalistic background. She's using a really strong team, hair and makeup, styling, nails. Like, look at the nails. Look at the makeup. Look at the post. Like, this is all very, very right now and very, very of the minute. Kate White. Again, I just like her sensibility. I like the attitude of the models that she shoots. Let's look at her portraits. So these are also not clickable Kate, which is upsetting. But you can see she's got a really nice sensibility as a portrait photographer. Again, I don't advocate you making your images not clickable like Kate. But you can see there's a really beautiful aesthetic and beautiful sensibility to the way that she shoots. She's very flattering with her lighting, so everybody that she shoots looks good. And again, she shows, I'm interested to see what her fine artwork looks like. The fine artwork is very creative and I'm kind of into it. I'd love to see her incorporate some of these ideas into her main portfolio. Kate White. And again, like, the whole idea about this is for you to think of your own portfolio and think of what your book looks like and how you're showing your book. Again, I remember the last time I looked at Kate's portfolio and how I was like, oh, the clicking, and you can't click the photos. That really bothered me. The last portfolio that we're going to look at today, I said that I was going to show you 3, but it's really 5. Because again, like, I like giving more value always. That's always my vibe. The next photographer, his name is Marcus Erickson. And this photographer's sensibility is so next level. Look at what he's doing over top of the skin. And look at how he's shooting for brand. And look at how his portfolio lays out. And this is just, I would say, either a job for Adidas. Look at this girl's back with the tattoo and the like it's so next level. So is this spec work, or is this work that he actually did for Adidas? This is Nike branded, but you can see the ideas are so big. The ideas are so strong, and the executions are well done enough that it would get attention from advertising agencies, because advertising agencies are always trying to take major swings like this. Like, look at how sick this portfolio is. And again, the whole idea is motivation, to motivate you into trying harder. And we all think that we're trying as hard as we can until you see somebody who's better than you. Until you see somebody who's doing work that makes your work look like it's lacking. Until you see a website that makes your work look like it's lacking. Look at the way that this photographer presents his website. Like, it's just different. It's different, but it hits. It hits. It's very, very editorial. So the whole point of today's episode is to show you portfolios that hit, and to help motivate you in a way that maybe you haven't been motivated before, to show you what your competition looks like. Your competition, if you actually look at what working photographers' portfolios look like, the whole idea and the type of portfolios that you should be looking at and I want you to really, I want this to really bounce around your head. The type of portfolios that we should be looking at, the type of photography that we should be looking at, should make us want to quit. Straight goods. Like, you should want to be like, I'm done. Knowing that this photographer exists. Or, I'm going to try harder. But obviously you're not going to quit. Come on. Obviously you're not going to quit. But the point is to look at shooters that are so good, that have ideas that are so good that it makes you reconsider your ideas. And again, it's all about looking at the right sources. Many times when I look at photos, many times when I do photo reviews, the issue is not looking at the right sources, not looking at amazing sources for photography inspiration that would make you shoot stuff that's almost as cool. But because you've seen now these incredible references, well, now your ideas can go so much further because now you've been properly influenced, where oftentimes we're not properly influenced. But we really do. As we look at the portfolio of Marcus Erickson, themarcus.com, you can see, like, this is just one of the portfolios that's in my inspiration folder. Like, and you have to have a portfolio of photographers' inspiration folder. You need to have it. It is how you stay motivated. It's how you continuously see photographers that are essentially doing the jobs that you wish you're doing. You get to see what they're shooting. And I'm not talking about to copy, but at least to see how sets are built, to see, like, there's so many reasons why it's important to look at other photographers' portfolios. Like, it's just, we could look at Marcus Erickson all day. Like, literally, we could look at Marcus Erickson all day. But I want this portfolio to motivate you. And when you see, this guy's Canadian. Again, don't get it twisted about talent in Canada. We don't mess around up here. This is Canadian photographer Marcus Erickson, based in Vancouver. Reps, clients, people he shot, like, this is an interesting site. it's not like the ideas are very, it's got like this site's got a swag to it. It definitely, the site has a swag to it. So again, I want you to use, and again, themarcus.com. I want you to use what I showed you today as motivation for how far you can go with your own portfolio, with your own work. And I'm just showing you a little bit of what your competition is doing. My competition is doing. Should motivate you. It should be one of those days. Today should be one of those days that you're like, whoa, I saw some books today that just motivated me to try harder with my photography. I hope that's what you're feeling today. And again, I'm interested in your thoughts on my time slot right now. I'm really considering doing my portfolio reviews later. I'm thinking 6 p.m. is where I'm thinking right now. I know it isolates my European viewers because it, like for my Europeans, it's 20-1 right now. So it's hard. My UK people, it's 11:45. I understand that. I'm just, and again, my audience goes America, UK, Canada, and they kind of, but America is so far ahead. It's my biggest audience, so I do have to serve these time zones over here. But again, I'm interested. Leave a comment under today's video to let me know what would be the ideal time for you in Eastern Standard Time. Don't give it to me in your time if you're in a different time zone than me. I'm in the New York time zone, Eastern Standard time. Toronto is where I am. Guys, I hope today was motivational. Again, doing later podcasts. Again, especially if like Sunday, I'll probably keep it the same time. Sunday, you can do it Sunday, and I get to reach a bit of a wider audience. But I am interested. I'm interested in what your thoughts are for my during the week shows. I'm also going to get back on doing some edited videos, which I'm sure you guys will be happy about. I have lots of stuff to talk about, especially like brain cancer, cancer in general, updates and all of that, because people have been asking. You guys want to be updated. So I'm going to make a short video to update you guys on all my health stuff. And yeah, today, again, motivation. Next week, we'll be back to photo reviews. Consider becoming a member. Know that I do this for you, the Carty crew, wherever you are, far and wide. And I can't do it without you. It's no fun doing it without you. So I'm glad that you're here. Short, tight episode. 5 photographers whose portfolios and ideas are really hitting. Something to motivate you, something to get you going on your own book. I'm deep in my book. I'm also deep in shifting my offers and my accelerator and like how I'm going to deliver my accelerator next year. And ProLab, you got to go look at ProLab at thecartymethod.com because we've changed up some stuff. We're going to be talking about that as well in an upcoming video. Raymond, thank you. I'm very happy that you were here to watch this live. Guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Please be... See, I'm glitching. Thank God I can read again, though. Please consider becoming a member. Please consider watching some more content. I have tons here. I have so much content on my YouTube channel that I'm going to have to start putting it other places. Secret time. So, guys, thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next one.
This commercial-free live stream was brought to you by the members of this channel. If it wasn't for you, we'd have to fill up these live streams with ads that would just interrupt the flow. The members of this channel make commercial-free content during these live streams possible. Consider becoming a member for $5 a month today to gain access to secret live streams, live chats, and to show your support with that crown badge next to your name. Sharing is caring. If this content has brought you value today, share it, clip it, post it to your socials. Curating and sharing helpful content makes you an expert, even if the content you're sharing isn't yours. Be a curator and share this content with your network. If you're an emerging or struggling photographer that's trying to break free from your current 9-to-5 grind and transition to the life of a working pro photographer, that's our obsession here at the Carty Method. Register, get the support you need. If you're alone and struggling at this craft, make sure you join the Carty Method community. You'll always find help in the show notes. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Find your creative and business genius with the Carty Method.